All right, I'm going to be doing the Halvfems workout here in Zwift. So I'm loading up the map here as I get my bike trainer ready, and you'll see a live view of me on the bike trainer in a very short time here. But after loading the map here, you'll see on the upper left-hand side of the screen will be all the intervals I'll be doing today. And then in the middle top, you'll see the watts, heart rate, and cadence. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up the live view here of me on the trainer. So today I'm doing the workout called Halvfems, 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 and it's an hour long, or hour and 2 minutes long, and it has a bunch of intervals at 95% of FTP, which for me would be about 190 watts. So it's got a 7-minute warm-up first, so we're going to go ahead and jump on and do that. I got a water bottle here with a little bit of maple syrup in there, just for electrolytes. Got my padded cycling underwear on, and I got the fan on. Not going to listen to music today because I'm recording, and I think we're ready to go. So I'm a little cold, a little bit stiff right now, so this warm-up is going to be needed. I'm always a little cold when I first start, but once I get going, I get hot and sweaty. So here we go. All right, we are at 50 watts. I'm gonna go ahead and get warmed up here, and I think it's a gradual ramp up warm up. So you start out with low wattage, and then you go into a higher wattage, and then you go into your first interval, or you go into like a couple of intervals that gets you more warmed up, something like that. So ideal cadence for this is about 85. Whew. And me talking while I'm doing this is not going to make it any easier. So we'll see how it goes. But this is not a real intense workout. The hardest part will be doing the long period of 190 watts, but I've done that before, so should be okay. Might not be able to talk during that time, but so I'm doing on this build-up plan. It's to build up my FTP, and I'm on workout number 6 or 5 or 6 now. I did skip one because I missed it. We have so many days to do each workout, but that's okay. You don't have to do every single one. You only have to do 80% of them to get credit for the whole plan. It's like a 10 to 12 week plan. So this one's an hour long. The next one I have to do before Saturday night, or by Saturday night, is an hour and a half long. It's the Orange Unicorn. So that one's going to be a tough one. I've never done an hour and a half workout. I think I've only done maybe 1 hour and a half group ride, and that wasn't a workout. So that one I'll need to bring some fuel on board. So I've learned a few things. My last workout indoors here, I think it was my last one, last two maybe, I've had like this ammonia smell in my nose after I get done working out. And I don't feel like I overdid it or anything like that, but I was like, what's that smell? It's like a chemical smell. Well, I looked it up, and apparently if you're not properly fueled, because first your body uses carbohydrates for fuel, and then if it doesn't have enough carbs, it'll burn some fat, but then it can only burn so much fat before it needs to start burning basically your muscle, the amino acids. It breaks down muscle to provide energy, and that's what produces the ammonia byproduct. And so apparently I was not fueling well enough, and my body was starting to break down a little bit of muscle, which you don't want. So the key is, if I'm going to do longer workouts, an hour or more, either do them in the morning when my muscles all have the glycogen or whatever it's called in there, enough for the workout, or if I'm going to do an evening one, I got to make sure I bring some fuel on board. So an energy bar or something like that, or a banana, whatever it takes to make sure that I have enough fuel. And then instead of just drinking straight water, put a little maple syrup in with my water. And I've read that that's really good, as opposed to going out and buying all these energy drinks, which I don't really want to do. So I'm going to stop talking now for a little bit. and finish my warm-up, which is another 3.5 minutes.
Okay, I am fast forwarding just a little bit here because I forgot to pair my Apple Watch and I wasn't getting a heart rate, so I stopped and started again.
Oops. So apparently I forgot to pair my Apple Watch, so I didn't have any heart rate. So hopefully I still get credit for this, as I actually stopped for about 30 seconds. Should be okay, since it was just the warm-up part of it.
Okay, I'm fast forwarding again here to finish that warm-up. And just for reference, if you look at the middle section up there, you see the wattage, 121 watts or whatever. And then you see the heart rate, which is around 120 right now. And then right below that is the cadence. That's a number you want to pay attention to because that's how fast I'm pedaling. And each one of these intervals will have a different cadence requirement. So that's interesting.
Okay, I got 1 more minute of warm-up. I'm going to take a sip of this maple syrup water and see what it tastes like. It's not bad. Tastes kind of like caramel water. Alright, so after this warm-up here in 30 seconds, we're going to do some leg primers, which is like 3 intense FTP or above FTP intervals, just to get your legs primed up. Alright, 5 seconds, and we're going 200 watts at 95. Alright, 95 cadence, there we go, and 200 watts. So this will bring the heart rate up. Looks like we go straight into a 220 watts. At 85. Oh, we get a little break, I forget, it's a 1 by. It's just to prime my legs to get ready for the main set. (105 RPM), okay. That's pretty fast pedaling. Here we go. A little too fast there. There we go. A little too slow. Sometimes it's hard to find the exact cadence. And another little break. Heart rate's above 140 now. My maximum heart rate, I believe, is around 185, 186. 115 RPM. Woohoo! Oh man. Here we go. Too fast. Okay. And break. Now we get a 30-second break and then a 2-minute recovery. I don't mind those fast cadence intervals as long as they're like 30 seconds or a minute. I want to do that for longer. Okay, as soon as we get to our 2-minute break, or recovery, I should say. There we go. So basically, my maximum heart rate's around 185. That's what I put it in as. My FTP right now is at 205. So all the workouts are based around the FTP. And I like to see how my heart rate reacts when I'm working out. So I'm pretty comfortable up into the about 160 range. And when I get to about 165, it starts getting to be a hard workout. And above 170, then I'm basically VO2 max or anaerobic. But I don't think I'll get there with this workout. I may get into the 160s, 150s for sure. So this will be more of a tempo threshold workout, pretty close to threshold. 190 watts compared to 205 for my FTP. So this one's not really going to push my FTP, but it's going to help me work at different speeds and cadences near FTP. I'm still learning a lot about these workouts. Like for one, I don't know if you can pick the route or if it's automatically selected for you when you do the workout. It doesn't really matter because it's in erg mode where the trainer controls the resistance. It doesn't matter if you're going uphill or downhill on the road. It ignores the terrain and it just keeps the resistance where the workout wants to be. Okay. 85 to 95 RPMs in 10 seconds here, 4 seconds. And we start our first interval. Really kicking up the power now. We gotta keep that cadence up. Here we go. Oh, I'm so glad I'm in erg mode right now. Got a 15% incline, which would be brutal. I mean, either way you can kick it into lower gear, but I'm only going 3 miles an hour. Two, 1, 6 minutes, halfway through. So this is the point where you know your FTP is set correctly because you feel a little bit of a burn, but your body's removing that lactate at a good enough rate that it doesn't get too much. So you feel it, you know you're working hard, but it's not building. And I'm not even at FTP. I'm just 95%, I think. I'm about to cross into 150s heart rate, probably because I'm talking now. All right, we're down to 1 minute of the 12-minute interval, and I've leveled off to about 150 heart rate, keeping that 90 cadence. If I don't talk and do this at the same time. and 190 watts. Got a little bit of sweat forming. Not too bad, but I got to replenish those fluids when I have a break here. Five, four, three, two, one, and it's break time. Oh great, we're going to be alternating between 60 and 90 RPMs. I don't like those 60s. Hey, I unlocked something. Okay, so here's a 60 water. This is going to be difficult. It's hard to get down to 60 and keep pedaling. Oh boy, that's hard. It's only for a minute though. Whew. You really got to push with your legs. It's all muscular. I did get credit for my warm-up, so that's good. So we're going to go up to 90. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. You got to do that 6 times. Okay. Okay, last one. And back up to 90. And recovery. Whew. That was a tough one. My heart rate crept up to 155, 156. Just a couple, 3 beats per minute more than the last one. That's the cumulative effect on your heart rate. Oops. So the next one, it's 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. I'm assuming at different, oh shoot. Stupid update popped up in front of my screen. Hate it when that happens. Anyway, I feel like I'm working hard, but I don't feel fatigued. I feel pretty good. So I got 12 more minutes to go and then another cool down and then I'm done. So I believe the weeks go from Monday to Sunday in the training plans, training peaks and all that. So far this week, what have I done? Today's Thursday. I did 2 night rides in a row. It was Monday and Tuesday night. I think I also did a workout on Monday during the day. And then I took a break yesterday. It was Wednesday. Today I'm doing this workout. I won't be doing a night ride. My bike is actually in the shop getting the front fork looked at. And then tomorrow, see, I have until Saturday night to do that orange unicorn, the hour-and-a-half one, Saturday night. So I could do that Saturday, tomorrow or Saturday. I guess it depends on how I feel tomorrow. I'm not paying attention to my cadence. If I feel up to it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow morning. If not, maybe I'll just do a recovery or a endurance ride tomorrow. I'm going to do something tomorrow. And then Saturday, I don't think I'm going to have my bike back yet, so I probably won't even go riding. It's supposed to be coolish anyway. So I probably won't be outdoor riding for the next few days. But I'll definitely do something tomorrow and Saturday. One more of a recovery endurance ride and one more of a interval workout. You know, orange unicorn. So yeah, sounds like a good plan for the rest of the week. So I've been checking out Training Peaks, which is a service that tracks your workouts and tells you how you're doing and all that stuff, and it shows you a fitness level versus a fatigue level and where your form is. Okay, we're mixing up the cadences, so that's what these are: 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1 at different cadences. 10 seconds. Oh, seated at 100 RPMs. That means we're going to be standing for at least one of them. Uh-oh. I hope it's not the 2-minute one. Okay, here we go. And then we're going to stand for 1 minute. Oh, okay. It's 1 and 1. Oh, man. We'll see. I better pay attention now and stop talking. Whoop. Can't stand up till I get the cadence down. this hurts the legs. Slow down first, then stand up. Slow it down. Stand up. These are getting harder. All right, slowing it down last time. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hoo! Hoo-yah! Woo! 6-minute cool down. Woo! That's the heart rate up to 168. That's above my lactate threshold. Definitely each set was increasingly harder. I really like those standing ones though, I need that. It's always been my weakness, standing up while pedaling. Possibly because I'm overweight still, but I'm losing. I was 183 in January when I started the workouts. Now I'm down to 176, 177, and it's March 11th. So in about 2 months, I've lost 6 or 7 pounds. Not too bad. I didn't lose much at all the first month, but I think I was gaining muscle in my legs at the same time I was burning fat. And now that my muscles are pretty developed, I should be more fat burning. So the good news is I don't taste ammonia in my mouth or my nose or smell it. So that means I was properly fueled. The morning rides are going to be better because you have all that stored up from the night before. Plus I drank some of that maple syrup water. So mornings are going to be the most productive, which means I should do the endurance rides at night, not the intense intervals. So that's something I'm learning. Yeah, so in these workouts in Zwift, you don't really pay attention to the terrain or anybody else around you. You're focused on the intervals and nothing else really matters. So the distance, the speed, elevation, none of that matters. Because you're in erg mode where the resistance stays the same based on your workout. So the program just adjusts the resistance in the bike to match what you should be doing, and then you have to adjust your pedaling accordingly. So you really got to look at that center screen. I'm always looking at heart rate, cadence, and watts. The watts are going to stay the same because the trainer controls that. But the heart rate and the cadence are very interesting. You got to keep the cadence where it tells you, so you can get credit for the workout. And then the heart rate kind of shows you how you're responding to the workout. So for most of the work I was in the 140s, got into the 150s for that second set, and then for the third set I got into the 160s. So they know what they're doing, they're calculating it so each workout's a little more intense. So that was just perfect again. I wouldn't have wanted it any harder or any easier. And I also leveled up to level 12 in Zwift. So I unlocked something I didn't see. I took a picture of it. I really like Zwift. I haven't done any group rides for a while. I might do one of those for my endurance ride, because you can pick one of the Class D rides, which is like 1 to 1.5 watts or 1 to 2 watts, which I can do pretty easily now. The Class C is like 2 to 2.5, I think. And that's where I kind of get into the trouble. I can maintain that for a little while, but then it gets pretty tough. 2.5 is kind of pushing it for me. I can do it for small spurts, but then again, I need to adjust my weight in here. I think I still have my weight at 182 or 183. So that will increase my watts. Yeah, I think I'll do that when I get done. All right, so another good workout in the bag. Got about a minute and a half left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! All right, all done. Oh yeah, my butt's a little sore. I'm a little sweating, but not too bad. Oh, see, on my planned progress here, I just finished number 6 out of 43. See, I missed one there, number 3. That was the red unicorn, I think. Oops. But it's okay, as long as you do 80% of these workouts, you're good. The next 2 are going to be harder. And, yeah, fun. Here we go. Okay, so like I said, that was a good workout. Really like my bike trainer. This Kickr Core is awesome. Hasn't failed me yet. I use the Zwift companion app on my phone here, which shows the workout or the map or whatever. And then on the iMac I have the Zwift running, so I can see my avatar in the world. And it works out great. It's a wonderful workflow for indoor training, and I think I'll even continue it even in the summer in the air condition on days where I can't ride outside due to time constraints or weather or whatever, and to supplement my outdoor rides. 'Cause my outdoor rides They're usually longer. Sometimes I go hour and a half, 2-3 hours, but the power and the work is not as intense. It is not concentrated, so we have lots of breaks. You're not pedaling sometimes, so it's still good workouts, but it's not the same as doing structured interval training, which really increases your VO2 max or your FTP and things like that, which is what I want to do just to be in better shape. So kind of training for the Sylvan Island Stampede, which is coming up on April 11th, which is basically a month from today. It's on a Sunday morning, and they have novice, expert, and like juniors and stuff like that. I'm going to do the novice race, which is 2 laps through the Sylvan Island Loop, which I know fairly well unless they change it up this year. And I have done it 2 times on one occasion, and I was very tired afterwards. But usually I do it 1 time through. It takes me about 25 minutes. So doing it 2 times through in a race, it's going to be close to an hour. And I don't know if I'll be able to make it through, but that's my goal, is just to finish. Even if I'm last, but just to finish. So that's what I'm kind of training for. So I need more endurance, and yeah, I think this is going to help.